back to the FTS. We are here at the Denver Roval for race 20. Take a quick look down qualifying. Here we go. It's been a crazy qualifying session, but we're ready to roll. Macaroni on pole in the 75. Several drivers looking to get a step up in the points are up here qualifying well. Here we go. 75 brings us to the green flag to kick off the Dick's Sporting Goods 200. A lot of chaos expected to be here. Going in turn 1. Still 2 lanes. See the 9 back there trying to make something happen. The back of the field especially trying to get past some of the slower cars, trucks, just to get on by. They're holding side by side. Down into this little entry turn. The 62 goes a bit wide. Star and Razor continue to battle for second right here. Macaroni goes for the lead. I think the 52 is going to go around, and that's going to let Rice Shower lead the race here. J Money back to 5th. But there's a lot going on, like really far back. Beach Brutus trying to get through the traffic here. He's back there. That's the 1. The Puff, another one pinned deep in traffic trying to get through. Especially compared to where the 86 is. Fred Jones is middle of the pack, but it works for him. So a lot of those drivers pinned deep are trying to get something started. Rice Shower, J Money. The spots are going crazy. And right here, the 56 going into this chicane. Going to make it work. Right there. Grug gets a good launch. Oh, God, see a lot of drivers taking advantage of the stack up on the inside to get somewhere. That's a strategy there. But so far, the front are just these 3. 0 wins combined for the top 3 right now. Razor driving with everything he's got. Stars in a must win. Rice Shower needs the points, currently trying to stay ahead of the 91. This is an important battle to go through, these two. And guys like Morshoe, Beach Brutus, they're not that much further ahead in points, so maybe these drivers that are going to flip qualifying, they're going to make it work. They're going to make something happen here. Samus, nice 7th place run right now, and a few other underdogs in the top 10. Sneak Start, Star Walker, Fishbone. All the good runs so far. Really right here is this back half of the lap, especially like the final sector is what really gets them. So on board the 52, just right around there. They all make it look easy. Can they keep this up forever? All comes back to this little shit of a complex right here. So far, so good. Fred Jones on the outside of Tub Shitler. Tub goes a little wide, but it's fine. Beach Bruce and the Puff, they're all really still struggling. Bobaham almost gets into someone there. Here we are back out front. The 62 still looking for the spot there. They could just get the lead. Macaroni goes wide. Here comes Star on the outside for the lead. Not going to give anything up going through here. Oh, but it's so difficult to hang outside. She's still there. Still trying to like scare him into making a wrong move, but I think that corner finally gave it up. Right here, the 52 is keeping in line. 4th place. Back to 6 for the next playoff driver. So that is just all what they need here. 91 just needs a mistake out of someone. Even J Money would make a good pass for this team. Fred Jones going back in 19th. That is still quite a ways away. Oh, Morshoe. What happened to the 18? Oh, Morshoe spun out. Oh, Darkest Presence got in the back of him. Morshoe hits the wall hard. Huge playoff implications. The 18 currently on pit road. That could be the end of his run right there. Still green. That they don't really throw a lot of cautions at road courses like this. That helps out Beach Brutus. That helps out the Puff. That's one less character for these drivers to potentially deal with here. So with the 18 essentially out of the picture, where does that leave us? The 4? The 25 has a big enough cushion to where this bad run likely shouldn't matter. And who else is doing good? The 56? The 91? That would be the battle between those two if the 62 takes the lead. So that's that. Macaroni is racing like he wants to lose the lead as he goes wide on that corner. Oh, but what's he got here? Oh, he goes wide again. Razor goes wide again. A lot of drivers are running up the track as Star takes the lead from Macaroni. 91 loses a spot to Samus. J Bunny has a good run on 2 of his competitors here. I think the 91's rooting for J Money to get the spot here because he wants there to be as little separation between the 91 and 56 as possible. I think on tiebreaker, the 91 gets it because they're both running really good now. I don't think Wolf Van Halen's had a better run than where he is. Could be mistaken. Star leads. Now we'll put Fred Jones in the mid-teens. That still would bog him down compared to where the 56 and 91 are right now. Beach Brutus also running very poorly. That would bump him out. The 25's poor run shouldn't matter. And the 18 is officially out of the race and out of the playoffs. Star runs wide. Razor is still there fighting Macaroni for second. Mac has been kind of like, this is just sums up his season. He's very good, but very inconsistent. Sitting on a mountain of top 5s without a win, and so far not leading this one, is just painful to say that it could be a driver thing at this point. J-Mo slips into 4th. Top 10 run for Fishbone. Honestly, Michael Rosen with an outside shot of the top 10. Very good for him. Captain Falcon, Noah K, a lot of underdogs kind of showing their stuff here. And there's Darkest Presence, ultimately responsible for what has happened to the 18. That is going to be not go over very well on the debriefings every week. Let's talk about this 52. He has been so frustrated. He has been here in the playoffs before last season, and he made it this season with an early elimination, but he has put together strong runs, thinking that one day he wants to be a deep threat for a title, but neither him or the 62 have won. And looks like the 62 is trying to change that right here. Star leads. That right there, the final position as it goes, she goes wide, but going to try and catch it on this corner. Macaroni trying to use every last bit he can get in on. This Wolf Van Halen is 11 back of the cut line, but the Puff being 38 above. I don't think Wolf Van Halen's outpointing the Puff. Running the Puff is up to 34th. Beach Brutus not that much further up the road. It's just tough getting stuck. Speaking of getting stuck, Billy Mays, he got stuck. Ahead of Ado at the moment, but that's really about it when it comes to competitive rides, relatively speaking. You got the two back markers and then the wrecked out 18. This right here is what this means to this team. Just watching out the back, just trying to keep all the threats at bay. That is what this means. More than just a win, is a culmination of almost 4 entire seasons of pain wrapped up into this one chance to make it happen. You see Macaroni slides it wide. That helps out the 62. The run down the front is going to be significantly better for this team. And look who's coming for second. It is Razor. It might be a head-to-head between these two. It could come down to it. The 62 is coming to second. Macaroni backslides to third. A sight all too common in his career, just not being able to perform when the lights are brightest. Rice Shower losing spots, or almost losing spots. 56-91. Currently, advantage goes to that 56. That would be the final cut area right there. You'll have plenty of drivers like in the Final Four that don't really have that good of a resume. Like looking at, aside from like Darkest Presence and Fred Jones, there's no real standout good drivers still left. We eliminated the 19. And the 86 ain't doing too good for himself either, currently running in 18th. So this is a wide open season. Both the 52-62 run wide. Macaroni trying to get back to second. If Macaroni can get there, that will be a great start for him where he's going, as he wants to get himself a win, regardless of what the playoff situation looks like for him or for the drivers around him. Mac just throws it deep, and they make contact on exit. Razor not giving an inch. You do not want to fuck with the 52. That is all I'm saying. I remember he about ran through everyone at Verlander and trying to get a win, and the best he could muster was a top 3. Like the 52 in this series, well, somebody who will not think twice before dumping your shit. He will do it, and he will like it. Insert your own real life driver allegory here. Star runs wide. Razor has the door open, but Star has to play defense here. These two. Well, I've seen this one before. Hunting down the 62. A little further back, we see some side by side. Well, that's Samus and Fishbone. I think Samus dropped some spots. That's going to help out Wolf Van Halen. But 91 is in the conversation, despite being fuck all in the regular season. But right here is, yeah, this is what it means. Let's take a look at the spectator cam. It does wind a lot here. Like, looking at it, it do go. Star pushing the limit, but still makes it work. Star Walker has been moving up little by little, all the way up to 6th. Right now, it is any one of these two coming up on halfway. Star a little bit wide, but the 52 maintains where he is. Let's take a look at some of the positions of the other drivers as the ticker updates. Sneet Snort into the top 10. Still got some drivers there. Noah K moving up. Oh, Captain Falcon. The 7 down pit road. He's early adapter here. A little too early, I'd say. Other drivers there just maintain their stuff. Beach Brutus in the top 30 as now it opens up here. Darkest Presence looks like he pitted as well. His pit box must be before the scoring line. Tub Schittler's in. Alexa running really back there. Probably already made a pit stop or something happened. Not really important. Non-playoff driver. It's kind of the oversaturation of just it being a playoff drivers are the important thing here. The 52 sees what's important ahead of him, and it's his first win. It is agonizing from his position. Macaroni in third place, probably also sharing the pain right now as he's running in a position where he thinks he could get it done, but just has these two to get past. Right now, it could be a battle on pit road. That's all it could be right now. Going in. I think they're all coming in. Yep, everyone, at least the top 10. The 62 brings it down. And they're both going to be boxed right together. We get to see them both. J Money gets the start finish line box. Other drivers driving past. Coming up 4 tires. Coming out. Richula. Ballsack. Oh, the Ballsack might have played a part in that. Spacing out the 52. And the 75. Macaroni's going to jump Razor on the pit road. Reischauer 4th. Star Walker, J Money, Wolf Van Halen, 2 trucks. That's all it takes for 91. Macaroni did lead the lap, yes, but that was because of where the pit stalls were. Star is leading this race right now. You see everybody who's coming out of pit road, that's where they are. The 62 runs it a little wide. Nothing too extreme here. But the 52, not going to be happy about how that one turned out. especially when we'll see him coming off across the start finish line. That's when we'll really know who's got the good positions right now. If Reischauer wants to make a pass, it has to be extreme coming across some of the best in the business. Macaroni and Razor, those are tough passes. Wolf Van Halen just has to get past J Money. Shouldn't be the hardest task in the world, but J Money is proven that he can really hold his own when the chips are down. But he's currently getting a side by side view right now with the 91. I think this is important for Wolf Van Halen to battle past Reischauer. But 91 is going to give it everything he's got into this corner, trying to keep freaking J Money behind him. That's all it can be. As right now, a monumental gap. Oh, what happened to the 52? Razor spun. Razor spun it off the chicane there. He's going to drop back a position. That puts Reischauer third, but the 91 also gets that spot as well. The Puff being scored in the 31st position. Honestly, it might get to the point where maybe... No. I think the 91 still isn't going to be able to get him there. And Beach Brutus in 28th is still not nearly enough. Reischauer takes second. Rice is going for it. The 56 has turned it up when it matters most. This is the team that got no quit in it. As Star leads, this is two drivers that are looking for the Final Four. And the Puff is probably doing barely enough. The Puff had good finishes in this round. He can afford to have a bad run. The thing is, the Puff was 38 points ahead of Fred Jones. And Fred Jones was 4 points back. Wolf Van Halen is even further back of that. So Wolf Van Halen needs to get to this team right now. They're currently Star Walker's in fourth. I think Star Walker might try to pass Macaroni eventually. The rookies are coming to play in the top five. And JMO got back around the 91. So what does that say about the 91's chances? If a 91 has to be, if Reischauer's running second, the 91 has to be third. He's currently running sixth. That ain't going to do it. That's all I'm going to say. It ain't going to do it. Star is currently way ahead and way checked out. Macaroni, Star Walker. Take a look at some other positions around the board. Fred Jones in the mid-teens is still not nearly enough for where he is. I think Star ran wide. Oh, Macaroni did too. Just not letting the nerves get to you. That is the name of the game right now. And the Puff is going to make up some positions. He passed Bobaham. Get to 31st. Darkest Presence had a tough stop. I think Lexa did as well. Yeah, a lot of drivers in the back are just kind of struggling their way through. Especially Purple Bottom. All the way out to a minute out. Let's just ride on board with Reischauer for a bit. I mean, this is really it. The 56 team just has to look at two things. The gap to the lead and the leaderboard on where the 91 is. That's it. This is all you have to do. If you can make it work, then you're going to be good on points. A lot of the usual suspects are struggling here. Morshoe's out of the race. Beach Brutus is far down the order. Especially that part right there. If you mess that part up, it's game over. If a 62 fumbles this race, then that is for the benefit of the 91. 6 laps to go. It's going to feel like forever around here. But time will eventually run out. And back to the 91. He has to pass all 3 of these guys. That's where Starwalker is making his move there on Macaroni. Oh, Rice Shower looks like she messed up there. But right here, it just becomes clear. The 91 has to keep going, keep pounding. And it's difficult too, especially when you're out the back. The 10, Sneak Snart in 7th, having an underrated run. Michael Rosen's in the top 10. See a lot of these drivers that are having good days that usually don't. They're still in the field. They still want to do good. Like, they're not going to try to treat you any differently just because you're a playoff driver. You got to go out there and show them who's boss. Star Walker's up to 3rd. Let's take a look at the gap back to 56. Starting to really tear into it here. Drivers out back. It could be that 50 to 62 is really starting to get nervous out there. Rice Shower could be as well. The gap has come down by 2 whole seconds. Star, are you doing okay? This could be something here right now. This is tough. Right here, you have to make sure you do not mess up these laps. Star Walker goes a little bit wide. Rice Shower is still there. Good God. You see some of those drivers near the back trying to make up just a little bit more positions. Don't think it's meant to be. Fred Jones still stuck in the teens. Wolf Van Halen seems to be about a yard short. The Puff has his gap. Darkest Presence is locked in. And now the top 2. The underdogs going in, fighting for it all. Rice Shower steps out of line a little bit. Remember, that 62 is strong today. Just how much more? Are they going to hack off any gap from the lead, or is it going to extend a bit? It looks like this lap wasn't very good for the 56. 4 to go. That's going to maintain a bit. Remember, 1 lap was 2 whole seconds due to the inconsistencies of the 62. But the 56 could also miss a little bit in her step. Star Walker in 3rd in case anything happens. Star holding her own around this corner. Could be the treacherous one. Oh, it was 56 that time. You're seeing a lot of those drivers that are barely staying on the lead lap. But right now, everything belongs to this battle right here. There has been time to kind of like peruse through the field, but now it is all lead battle. 4 to go. These two, with about a second and a half's daylight, is all it means. Like for the 62, you cannot point your way in. Reischauer can point her way in, but you can't. And looking at this gap, even like looking at the 91 compared to Starwalker, that's not coming down that much. A little wide from both of them. Everybody goes off. I think that's the benefit to the 62, having better getting it straightened out sooner. The gap stays the same this time, but I don't think it's going to last for what it's worth. You've got to come around. Noah K enters the top 10. Underdog team for the 9. Razor has just been dropping hard like a rock, and other drivers have been just not the best on consistency. That's what a road course is, a battle of consistency. And you've got to make it count. The Puff trying to hold 31st right now, that would be enough. And this race has been weird. The usual suspects being nowhere to be found. Beach Brutus in 25th. He's not even ahead of Fred Jones, and Fred Jones isn't even ahead of the drivers he's trying to race. Everything is on the line for a mistake to be made. And I think the 56 is making it. The lights might be too bright for Rice, but it's not the end of the world just yet. You're a spectator cam, you can kind of see where Starwalker is. I think Starwalker could take second here. But look at that back there. Oh, God. Macaroni runs wide. And there you see Wolf Van Halen. He has to get all the way back to the 34. 2 to go. If Starwalker can catch Reischauer and he can get both those positions, the 91 can do it. It's just so goddamn tough right now. Right here is the battle. Macaroni's going to just be where he is, run his race. Everybody looks like they're getting through just fine. These three. Everybody making something happen. Okay, so the trucks have pulled it down pit road due to a lightning strike in the area. And with the laps left very small, we have decided to call the race early here today. This is the final results I'm going to show on screen. This was definitely not because of a game crash in the most inconvenient time. Fuck this shit. Have a good day.